And now, while the eggs are cooking, we are going to make a broccoli, strawberry, corn, and lemon delight. And first, we need to wash our hands before we start cooking. And so now, whenever I go to the sink, I'll wash my hands with soap and water, and then I'll be done. And whenever we are ready, we are going to bake our corn. I have some left over in the fridge, so I'm just going to use it. So we'll put it in the pan and sit it on top of the stove. We'll shake it around a little bit and then flip it. And then let that heat up. And while that's cooking, we're going to make the broccoli. And since the broccoli's already cooking, we're going to make the strawberry.
Where's the broccoli cooking?
In the oven. And so we're going to make the strawberry that's left over in the fridge. We're going to heat it up inside with the pan. Actually, wait, before it's all warmed up, we need to put the strawberry in its own little warm bin so that it will warm up. And then we will do the lemon afterwards. The lemon is going to be the one that will go on to the glass cup that I'm going to get later after all the food. And now, since we got everything that I need for my strawberry, corn, lemon, and broccoli delight, we are going to check on the eggs for our cupcakes.
Oh, I love you, Haylie.
They're working out great, but they still need to wait for 5 more minutes. And now while we're waiting, I'm going to make the bow ties. I got them left over. I had them left over in the refrigerator, so I took them out to let them heat up. And now we are going to have a cup, a spoonful of sugar, and put it inside. And then we will find our spoon and stir it up. And then, since the sugar is on the bottom, we're going to use the milk. It's right here, and we need a big spoon of that. And then I will get my spoon again and stir it up with the sugar and bow ties together. And then we'll set that in the freezer for a little while. And while that's cooking, and while that's freezing, we are going to get the eggs. We're going to get our steamer and steam them. Get funny, Haylie. And then we will get our spoon. I love you. And dump them out onto our plate. You put it like this, just like this, and then look.
Awesome. Are you making dessert now?
And not dessert yet.
Oh.
We are going to do our sandwich, our pieces of bread. We put it in the toaster for 9 minutes, for 10 seconds, and then let that start cooking. And then we are going to go check on our broccoli.
Hear those pennies jingling in that toast.
That's funny. Here's our nice roasted piece of broccoli.
Oh, wow.
It's what we want for our special food.
Oh, you're killing me.
And now we're going to get the bread that's from the toaster. One by one, you will put it onto its plate. While those are cooling off, we are going to check on our corn.
Fancy.
And next, we are going to let it unsteam so that it can stay cool inside of the pot.
Hey, when are you making the cupcakes? Cupcakes.
Oh, and now, and now we're going to take that out and put it with the broccoli. And next, we're going to start on our first cupcake. We'll crack the egg inside of the pot. Wait, give me a second. I need to go get my bowl.
It's behind you on the couch.
I forgot that it's already in the fridge, so we're going to have to do something else, and the cupcakes are going to have to wait.
Bummer.
So now we are going to have to check on our nice roasted strawberry. That's good enough, so we're going to take it out and put it next to the broccoli. Next, we are going to have a teaspoon full of sugar and sprinkle it on our eggs so that our cupcakes will stay sweet. When are we going to do the cookies? And now I'm going to check on my bow ties. They're bow ties. Nice and frozen and nice and cold. Now we are going to do the lemon. We're going to squeeze a little bit of the juice on top of it, and then we're going to get our stirring spoon out and stir all of it up. And then we will let it cool off for a little bit, and then we will get started on our cookies.
Finally.
I got 3 cookies here, and I got 3 of their leftover pieces of cookie, but I don't and I had to put them in the fridge so that they would freeze. and then I let them warm up on top of the oven. On top of the heater. And now we are going to frost them. The first one is going to be brown. I'm going to make it a kind of like flower shape. Then we'll wash it off in our sink. Ooh. Sorry if I'm stepping on your sink. And then we will get all sorts.
Dan, you sound like Paula Deen.
And then we will get all sorts of colorful sprinkles, just a handful, and sprinkle them all on top of our flower-shaped cookie. And then we'll let it sit down in the heat for a little while. And sooner or later we'll sit them on the oven so that it can cool off. Next we're going to do the next one brown, but a lighter brown. It will look kind of like this. Kind of like a wavy, kind of flower shaped, but different. Then we'll wash it off inside of our warm water sink. Next, we're going to let that sit in the sun. And next, our last one. We're going to use our very good one called Monsters Blue. It's the famous sort of thing that it's called, and it's like some sort of kind of dark blue, and it's like very special to the person who sells it because it's like very important frosting. And now we're going to put some lime sprinkles on the other side that are at the same store and sprinkle them around like this. And then we will have a perfect monster cookie. And now it's time for us to cook our bow ties on the pan. And then while those are cooking, we are going to make our cupcakes. We're going to crack our eggs. We're going to crack our eggs inside of the tiny little bowl. And we're going to make 3 at a time. And then we'll stir that up with our bowl. And then we will get the teapot so that it will get warm.
Oh.
It's going to make it like a little bit sugary because this is sweet tea. And we want it to be just right for our persons. So we're going to pour just a little piece of it and then stir it up. Next, we're going to squeeze a little bit of lemon so that it will give it just like a little bit of heat. And then we will let it sit inside of the oven for like 20 degrees inside and for 55 minutes. And then while that's cooking, we are going to be checking on our bow ties. Okay, since those are done, it's going to go on a new plate. And a cookie is going to go with it too. And now we are going to stir up our lemon juice to make our lemonade. It's called the lemony coconut cupcake. We're going to squeeze it inside, and then we will sit that down and put like a little bit of strawberry juice, like just a tiny spoonful. Get some of that juice and put it inside. And then we will let that turn for like 30 seconds or so. And then we will check on our stove, on our oven. Looking great. And now we are going to let it, and now we are going to check on our dessert kind of cupcake. It's nice and cold, just like we should want it to. So we're going to take the bowl off and dump it into the bowl with the stuff that's already inside. And then we'll stir it up so that it will be a cupcake the next time we put it in. The next time we put it in, we're going to dump it into this pan, and then we'll let that heat up and it will start to rise. Okay, now we're going to put it in the oven and let it heat up for just 1 minute. And then, while that is working out, we are going to check on our cookies. The monster one still needs to wait. This one is almost quite done, but this one is completely finished. See how nice and moist the frosting is and nice and sticky? That's how it makes the nice stuff taste good with it. Now, since that's the first cookie, it's going to go with our bow ties. And then we're going to make the eggs. We get one entire egg, crack it on the pan, and put it in. We're going to do 2 at a time, and then 1 more. And then we will let that work out and kind of cut it inside the pan so that it will work out nice and cut and nice and good. And then while that's waiting, we are going to put the very last egg in.
Get your cupcake pan ready.
And then
I'm still waiting on dessert.
And then we're going to check on our dessert. There's the frosting. Nice and very good. So now we're going to let it stir up for just a little while. And then we'll take the pan out and get it ready. And then we'll check on our eggs. And see how good and neat that is?
Mm-hmm.
We are going to use that to put on top, since it's nice and mushy and like some sort of juice, we're going to put it on top of our warm delight right here.
Yum.
And then we'll check on our cooking dough. Our frosting is right here, and it's just right. So now we're going to dump it inside the pan. We want to do it over something so that it doesn't spill. We're going to put it in there so that it will work out. And then we're going to put that in there. I can't wait for this to be over. And then we will let the cupcakes start to rise. There's our cupcakes. There's our cupcakes. And now we are going to sit them down inside of this nice square. And then we will get the froster. With the frosting on the side of it right here, we are going to use it for our coconut vanilla cupcake. We're going to spread it with white frosting, and then sprinkle a little bit of coconut on top, and then one big nut of coconut so that you can grow a coconut tree someday. And then we will wash that off in our froster sink, lay it down, and then we will get our brown one
Chocolate.
ready. And then we will make it kind of like a shaped frosting flower.
Okay, I'm running out of film here.
And then sprinkle it with yellow sprinkles.
Thanks for watching.
And then put this purple kind in, and make sure that it's nice and swirl. Then that's where we're going to have to stop today.
Thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching my cooking show.
What's it called?
My Sweet Delight cooking show.